Today is day 8 of my COVID-19 blog, and today I'm going to do something a little bit differently, because instead of doing my traditional blog, I'm going to play you an interview that I had yesterday on Solihull Radio, where I spoke all about COVID-19 and my Asperger's.
Solihullradio.com.
Hello there on Solihull Radio here at Fun at One. Let's call it that. It's the Solihull show during the week, but Fun at One over the weekends. Right, we're joined on the line by an amazing advocate and spokesperson for autism. He is, of course, our own Alex Manners. Alex, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, Jeff. Thank you for having me on.
No problems at all. How are you this week, sir?
I'm doing okay today. I've been struggling a little bit with the whole lockdown and the sort of quickness of how it's all come about and changes in my plans. But I'm trying to stay positive, I think.
Right, day to day, Alex, for people who haven't followed your social media feeds, you are somebody that goes out and communicates and sort of opens other people's eyes to what it's like being on the autistic spectrum, yeah?
Yes, so what I normally do is I go to all around the country doing talks on my life living with Asperger's. So I talk to schools, colleges, companies, I talk to councils, I talk to anywhere who wants to learn more about autism.
And you're out there normally. Now, in the last 2 or 3 weeks, Alex, that world has completely disappeared for you.
Yes, in a really short space of time as well, so it's been hard to deal with sort of the change. Right,
so for people that, like I say, don't follow your socials, you have Asperger's and you've been working through your life and sort of communicating what it's like to live with Asperger's, which is a form of autism, isn't it?
Yes.
So how does that manifest itself for you in terms of the lockdown? Are you a person that goes with schedule and routine, or are you one of the people that just go day to day and flit around?
No, I work on a routine, so I like to have a routine and a schedule, so I know exactly what I'm doing. And normally, even if sort of one little thing changes, it can make me wobble and have a bit of a panic.
Okay.
So for everything just to be sort of cancelled and postponed within the short space of a week or even less, really, it has been really hard to deal with. And, I'm trying to focus on the positives, but, and some days I have good days, some days I struggle more, but it's always sort of any little thing at any one moment could lead me to becoming stressed.
Okay, so not only are people that are not necessarily on the spectrum feeling anxious and have that sort of level of anxiety, for people that are on the spectrum, when you say you have a wobble and a panic, how does that come out? Do you need to take yourself away and process what's going on, or do you need to communicate with other people and get their point of view?
Well, for me, when I have sort of a wobble or a panic, it's normally because I'm thinking about the length of the lockdown, or I've heard something on sort of social media that's not very clear. Mm-hmm. And for me, I sort of almost have a bit of a panic attack. Maybe the other day when I had one, I started crying, started shaking because I was just so stressed about the whole situation. And I think one of the best things for me in terms of being able to cope when I'm having a panic attack or a meltdown is to phone someone. So I've spent probably half of every day since the lockdown phoning people and speaking to people on FaceTime, on the phone, and that's really, really helped me to feel like I'm with people, because that's another thing. Not being able to see my family and friends has been really hard to deal with as well.
That's right. Your family live a little bit away from where you live, don't they? So you're not able to travel.
No. My mum and dad live in the Cotswolds, an hour away. But it's hard not seeing sort of my grandparents, my friends, my uncles and my aunts, who I see, every single week. So that's been another really hard thing to sort of cope with. Okay,
so have you got any advice and guidance apart from the Facebooking, the FaceTiming and those sort of things? Is there anything that we can do to minimise the anxiety? I know it affects people in different ways and they all have different triggers, but is there a way of just trying to get that lockdown schedule into your psyche now, so that you know that at this time you are doing this? And is that the way to do it?
Yeah, I think so. And I think, I've tried to keep as many of the things from my normal routine the same in my new lockdown routine. Okay. So I normally get up at about 7 in the morning. So I'm still getting up at 7, still trying to keep as many things the same as I can. And I'm creating projects for myself so that I can focus on and look forward to. So one of the projects I'm doing at the moment is I'm cleaning different areas of the kitchen. Sort of every 2 days I'm doing a different area of the kitchen, and it gives me something to sort of plan and look forward to. And when I'm doing it, it keeps my mind off my worries and my stresses.
Alex, when this is all over, can I plan and give you something to look forward to by cleaning different areas of my kitchen?
Well, if you want me to.
That would be
I might
great.
do it with all my family. But
Aline would like to ask you that same question, I suspect.
Hello, Alex. It's Aline. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm
Good.
having a good day today, so.
That's good. I think, like Jeff, once you've sorted his kitchen out, would you come to mine?
Well, I've got a few offers now from my family.
There you go. Well, put us on that schedule and get us on the rota. Alex, I know that you're a fit and healthy young guy. What are you doing in terms of keeping your mental health and exercise regime? Because you were either out playing squash or I could see you walk around a golf course two or three times a week.
Yes, I'm a member of a golf club and a squash club, so not being able to participate in those activities has been quite hard. And so what I've been doing is I've been going on daily walks around the block, and also because I live with my nan and granddad,
Yep.
I've been playing football in the garden with my granddad.
Oh, that's nice. So you're still doing some exercise?
Sorry?
You're still doing some exercise?
Yeah, I'm still getting some form of exercise. I'm probably not doing it for as long as I would if I was playing squash or golf, but I think it's really important to keep on top of doing exercise every day just to make sure your mental health is in check.
Good call, good call. Alex, when this is all blown over and back to what we used to call normal, I know there's different levels of normal for people on the spectrum, but when it gets back to what we used to call normal, we must all hook up and celebrate the fact that we've all got through this together.
I think that's right, and I think there'll be loads of parties, there'll be loads of positive things going on throughout the whole country to celebrate that we've actually got through this.
Yeah, I agree with you. Thanks for joining us today here on the Solihull Show. Listen, if you can always include me in your phoning around thing if you need to be grounded or anything by chatting with me. I'm always available to have a chat with you.
No, that's great. Thank you.
No problems, Alex. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
That was Alex. Alex is a wonderful advocate for people on the autistic spectrum. He goes around, like he says, and he basically communicates with people and lets them know what's going on and what it's like to live on the spectrum. Imagine having to get on a train when you can't necessarily deal with crowds very well, and train operators need to understand that they are going to have people like that now, especially with the increase of people with formal diagnosis.